had at a Cree Foundation event. There's just so much energy and joy in this room, and the numbers are only increasing. I hope we will have space for everybody. Yes, there is more space this side. So if there's anybody outside, unko please is side ki taraf bhejiyega. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very privileged to have all of you present this evening when Cree Foundation presents its annual Lifetime Achievement Award. I must be very candid about this, that Cree Foundation has often done the things that some of the other agencies have not done, and one of the things we keep in mind is the government likely to acknowledge this kind of effort? And when we hear the answer no, we keep them in mind for our Lifetime Achievement Award. Last year we gave the award to Kamalini Dutt. If there's anybody here with the slightest interest in dance, that name will ring a bell, because she's the lady who has recorded for the last 40 years all the excellent dance that you see on Doordarshan. And one day that will remain as one of the largest archives of classical dance and folk dance and contemporary dance, whatever, in India today. And Doordarshan looks upon her as somebody who is a staffer, and nobody else looked upon her as somebody who was actually adding to the cultural life of India. So that was the kind of person we awarded last year. When it came to this year, there has been just so much debate and so much discussion and discourse going on in the media that there was this big buzz. But for all of us who have interest in environmental issues, one thing stood out: what was happening on the banks of the Yamuna. So although one hat that I wear is a cultural hat, and I support almost every good initiative in culture, here I was disturbed because I wasn't too sure whether this was the best that we could do. Fortunately for me, the 3 trustees of Cree Foundation thought much the same way, and we didn't have a difficult time in deciding who this year's awardee will be. But to expect all of you to come so joyously when an award is being presented, we wanted to enhance the experience, and I reached out to the person I often reach out to when I am in such a situation, which is my friend Bikram Garewal. And I asked Bikram that this is what we are thinking, how can we make it better? And he said that he had been working on a new area and he was ready to start talking about it. So that's how we had the talk, An Embarrassment of Riches, Glimpses from India's Natural History, as the key address of this evening. We're very happy that Mark Tully has agreed to be our chief guest. It's very hard to decide which country he belongs to more, because he has his knighthood from one, his Padma Bhushan from another. He is ours, his heart beats often for India, mostly for India. So again, it was not very difficult, and unanimously it was agreed that if he would agree, we would love to have him as our chief guest. Jilly, thank you very much for being the go-between and ensuring that he agreed. So may I invite onto the stage our chief guest, Mark Tully, our speaker for today, Bikram Garewal. I actually have a co-host, Nikhil Devasar, but I don't think anybody's ever seen Nikhil on stage, so he continues to remain off stage even today. Please. What makes this evening even more special for me is that Cree Foundation has a very international board, in the sense that of the 3, one of our trustees is normally overseas. But today he happens to be in Delhi, having agreed to take a later flight. In a few hours he leaves for Paris, but he's here with me today, and I'm going to request him to help me with the honors. So very first, I'd like to introduce you to my co-trustee, Vikas Harish. Vikas is a museologist and a curator. You may remember the Picasso exhibition that came. He was an assistant curator then. Today he is working with many museums, including the Transport Museum in India, Crafts Museum in America, and also Centre Pompidou and Cape Raleigh Museum, right? So please come here and do me the honors of presenting Gamosas to Mark Tully. Vikram Grewal. 3 is mandated to promote the Northeast. That's a self-mandation we took on. So